Okay, so now we're back. And this is the other part that we're going to look at. I was at Harbor Freight, so why not pick up another sharpener? I've got other ones. I just seen this one and I'm like, you know what? I'd really like to have a four-sided bench top sharpener, and maybe this is garbage. Maybe that is just useless. But I'll have the tray, and I've got other plates that I've gotten that Outdoors 55 recommended as pretty good plates that surprised him. I'll make my own block and put them on if I have to. But regardless, we're going to give this thing a shot. Looks like it's got 200, 300, 400, and 600 grit. I really like that to be able to kind of polish some stuff in there. Sharpens knives and tools, nickel bonded diamonds, non-slip ABS mount. So I think it's pretty cool. Let's get this thing open and take a look at it. And I think one of the things that I'm kind of noticing with the changes that Harbor Freight is currently doing with their lineup of stuff, because they're trying to improve their reputation, uh, in my opinion, and I think they're doing it. As far as I'm concerned, with that new Icon knife, I mean they've made a big thing with it for sure. Uh, that's knife. We'll talk about that in a minute. Uh, but the Gordon series stuff seems to be a little better, premium stuff. I see an issue right off the bat that is not good at all, but we'll talk about that in a second. You may even be able to see it. Four-sided diamond hone block, diamond coated, nickel plated, alloy steel plates, just basically saying the same things. So you got this block. Uh, and it looks good everywhere, but the first you can see that slightly raised right there, and then you look over here and it is very raised right there. So that is unfortunate, but it is a thing. So barring that, I mean, well, I can probably work around that. I'm not super excited about that being the deal, but it is the most, uh, it is the finest grit. So I don't know how that's going to affect me a whole lot or not. But you've got the 200 grit, which is pretty gritty. To be honest, I probably won't even use the 600 grit that often. And so the thought process was to take and kind of touch the edge on this knife right here. So one of the things I'll talk about is this stand right here. It's got, so it's these are kind of a hard rubberized rubber, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like a scale type. You got three of them in a row, and they're facing in opposite directions, if that makes sense. So this right here is going to be gripping, this way, so it won't slide this way, and this is going to be got grip that way, so not sliding that way. So it's going to tend to hold this in one spot versus it trying to move around. I mean, even just trying to move it across the top of this silicone soldering mat, I can feel a good bit of resistance. So I don't think there's going to be an issue with doing anything with this. Ouch. With this sharpener, I think it's going to hold just fine in place. So let's look at this. Take this little beautiful Damascus knife. We'll touch the edge up. Um, I have some like honing oil. It came from a bullet swaging company called, who was it? Um, it's the Walnut Hill Swaging Press. It was two brothers. One brother retired. He made the bigger, beefier, heavier press, and the other brother made the smaller one. And I've actually got both of them, and I use them for pellet gun, air gun swaging. Pretty cool. It worked great. But they have a diamond, uh, a diamond. I don't know how to explain it. It's a very light honing oil with diamond grit in it, and it's so super fine that I'll use it a lot of times whenever I'm trying to make, or I am making some kind of a die for bullets, or a die for something else, or anything that I need absolute precision. I'll take and lap it with that stuff right there. I'll put it on just either a hone-in stone, or put it on a piece of flat marble, or just anything on a base. Put a little bit of that oil, and I can get a mirror finish on whatever I'm working with. And so I may take and put a little bit of that on something like this. Yeah, that's pretty. That feels pretty rough. That's a pretty rough grit right there, that 200. Yeah, that's almost aggravating. But I mean, you got a dull blade. You can start with that 200 right there and do some pretty good stuff. I'm gonna swap on over to the 300 and let's see how it feels. Yeah, that does feel kind of catchy. Uh, those grits are very rough. Oh, that's much better. That feels better. Ooh, it's doing a good job. I mean, the in this I need to watch out because of that raised piece right there. I don't know how that's going to affect anything, but let's see. I think it's going to take a little bit to get that thing worked in. I mean, that's a very sharp edge. I don't know if it'll cut hair or not. Not yet, but it feels very sharp. No birds, of course, as loud as gritty as that thing sounds. So, I don't know. I mean, I really think this would be good to start with, just to get a super dulled knife knocked down. Uh, and then come over to something like ceramics or something like that. Now this right here is always trying. I mean, it's shaving. It's definitely shaving, but I think it's just the roughness of that Damascus that because I have to put a little more pressure on there to get it to shave the hair. It's not ripping the hair out, by the way. It's actually shaving it. Okay, well, I mean, it's gotten it. It'll shave. I wouldn't shave with it, but it will shave hair. But this is a very rough blade. It's not a blade that you're going to actually, I would think, get into a super sharpness. But I mean, you can see the glint and gleam on the blade. Now, a lot of that polish was from that ceramic, but this did knock it down to get it to the at least the roughness taken out of it. So I don't know. I mean, this was $12. Uh, I think once it's been used a good bit and it's had a chance to kind of break in the roughness, I think it'll do better, and we'll probably come back to it in time. If you're looking to sharpen your high-end knife, this is not the thing for you. If you're sharpening kitchen knives, skinning knives real quick, something to be out in the shop, the shed, the wherever you're processing game or something like that, I think it's fine for that. I think it'd work just fine to touch up the edge to a blade to get back over there skinning. I think it'll do just good for that. For $12, you can't expect a whole heck of a lot. But at the same time, if nothing else, I think this block is a good setup that you can put your own plates on it. Just peel these off and epoxy your own set of plates on there, which I may do. But I'm going to use this, and I'm going to see if I can break it in, see if it gets better with age. Kind of working it in somewhat. But we'll give it a shot, and we'll see what we come up with on that. So, do I recommend it? I think there are better options. Do I think it's useful? Yes, I do. So I would recommend it for a specific deal. Nothing high end, not that you're going to want to run around with your EDC knife. The grits, I think they're much rougher than they are advertised on the block. But regardless, beyond that, I think you've got a good starting point here to replace these plates. You can upgrade this thing, I believe, with better plates. And I think it will get better with age, with being worked in. So yeah, it's got a place out by the skinning bench or something like that. It's in the kitchen to touch up a butcher knife to get back to work, cutting something up or whatever. But to try to really do some real knife sharpening on a good knife, I don't recommend it for that. So it's got a purpose. I'm not giving it thumbs up because there's potential. It's too rough around the edges, but I think it's got some uses. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you got something out of it. And if you've got one of these and it was in better shape than mine, please comment below. If it was in worse shape, please comment below. The operative thing here is comment below. Let me know. So I enjoy learning just as well as I'm trying to pass some stuff on to other people. So I appreciate you guys. I enjoy spending time with you. I look forward to the next time that we're spending time together. And I will see you next time. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.